Emily's new coaches. Thomas the Tank Engine was finishing his jobs on the branch line. He brought Annie and Clara back to the yards and went to Tipman Station. A new engine arrived from the museum at York. He wanted to say hello. The engine looked emeralding, and with an emerald coat and a gleam black stone. Thomas, says the top of her, meet Emily. Hello, it's nice to meet you, said Thomas. It's nice to meet you too, replied Emily. You're the engine which Green Anna told me about, right? Yes, said Thomas. I'm on the engine which rescued James from an accident and went to the museum. Very impressive, said Emily. Emily, collect your coaches, please, orders the Topham Head. You and your driver must learn the ropes on the main line. Right away, sir, said Emily. Thomas was impressed with the new engine. But as Emily arrived at the yard, her driver could only find Annie and Clever. These tires aren't the type of coaches we're looking for, he said, but I think we'll do. How dare they say we'll do? Clever whispered, feeling overwhelmed. He made us ashamed, Annie added. As Emily collected Annie and Clever, she made her way. Annie and Clever, on the other hand, was still efficient. How dare they say we'll do? He made us ashamed. How dare he would say we'll do? How he made us ashamed. They fussed. Emily passed Ellsberg. Thomas was there with some other coaches. Hello, Thomas, she called kindly, but Thomas was cross. Those are my coaches, he replied. Give them back. But Emily, however, didn't hear him and went on away. She then passed Edward as Rosewood. What do you do with Thomas's coaches? He called, but Emily didn't hear Edward. Passed them by Percy with some cause of building supplies to rebuild the China clay works. Those coaches belong to Thomas, he said. Whenever Emily whistled hello to the engines, they would pass as by all they could was, those are Thomas's coaches! Which she didn't hear. She couldn't understand why they were being heard. She felt sad. Later that day, Thomas arrived at Dentford. The factory controller was there. I need you to go to Vicarstown to pick up 2 new coaches. But sir! New coaches, but sir! Pleasant Thomas. Where is the engines? Don't get rid of the controls! It's the top of that order. Thomas was cross. Meanwhile, Emily finished her work. She arrived at that timber for all was wearing Isabel and Dochi. He was surprised when he saw Emily, Polley, Annie, and Clarabelle. "Those are Thomas's coaches you're pulling," he said. "No wonder why all the edges are crossed." Emily realized. "I'll go and apologize to Thomas right away." Thomas, however, was very cross. "I don't want coaches! I don't want new coaches!" He huffed crossly. A little later, Emily was still looking for Thomas when a signalman had flagged him down. "Oliver's stuck at the junction," he told to Emily's driver. "Go and see what's the matter." Emily saw that Oliver broke him down. Then the two engines, Isabel and Dolly, heard Thomas's whistle. Thomas saw Oliver up ahead, and he knew he was never able to stop in time. "Oh, help!" cried Oliver. Emily charged towards Oliver. With a huge effort, she pulled him and the coaches off the points. She puffed and puffed and puffed and puffed just in time. "Phew," said Oliver. "Thank you, Emily." "Oh, God," sighed Emily. Soon, Duck arrived to take Isabel and Dolly, and Emily took all to the works to be mended. Later that day, as all was prepared, Tabo had praised Emily. "A fine piece of work, Emily," he congratulated. "You are very brave." "The bravest," chuffed Oliver. "It's even a great pleasure to present you with two brand new coaches just for you," said Tabo. "Thank you, sir," smiled Emily. "I'm sorry I took your coaches, Thomas." "And I'm sorry I was cross," Thomas replied. "So, can we be friends?" asked Emily. "Friends," Thomas replied in agreement. After that, Emily loved her coaches and soon made friends with the other engines. But I mustn't say no more, or I should spoil the next story.